Yeah, I'm so flow so concrete. Big chest, big dick, I feel so cocky. Kicks like Bruce Lee, info for free. Quarantine got me doing tricks on concrete. Move like water, fire starter. And when I do it vanish, my kicks will stop ya. I ain't really worried, man, I swing on the topper. And when I do my quirks, my shit is icy. Bad little chick, she tryna wife me, sliding down my pipey. I ain't really worried, shit is hyphy. When I do my tack, you know I'm vanishing, and you know my shit's lit. Every time I do a trick, man, you know this shit is lit. So I'm coming with tutorials, trying to give you info. You already know what you info.
What's going on, people? It's your boy Malmoves here with another Tuesday Trick Tutorials. Today we're going to be learning the infamous touchdown raise. If you haven't seen my Gumby tutorial on learning for the axis, you should check the link down here. But let's continue. So the touchdown rise actually continues on the same line as the Gumby. So if your Gumby is struggling, yes, you can get a touchdown raise, but it's really important to understand the fine-tuned mechanics of what you're doing. You're using your first hand, which you would normally do for your Gumby, and it's a measurement. You reach, so it gives you position points. The only difference is, when you're doing it with a touchdown rise, after you reach, you're placing your hand down. I'm going to do it again. This time, just one hand, so you can see. Skip, boom, and then you go. It's really important that you use that measurement, that way you're not guessing with your second hand. When a lot of people do their touchdown rise, they don't really know where they're placing their hand, so when they're standing up, they might be too short or too long, so they're not getting the most effective swing. So, like any move, there has to be a base. You're going to, some people step back and then they go. Some people can do it from spin hook and then go. But if you notice, most touchdown rises, their shoulders dip in. Just like in the Gumby, drop, dip in, place. When you do your touchdown rise, drop, measure, place. So, when you're doing this skill, it's very important that you don't cut your range of motion for your first arm, because your first arm is just as long as your second arm. So if you know where this arm is about to touch the ground, then when you go to skip over, you're going to be able to catch yourself with good placement and good measurement. I'm going to try it from behind myself now so you can see. If you're going to do it from stepping, I prefer that whatever my opposite of my first hand or the plant hand is going to be going down, I'm going to make sure that's the foot that's stepping. So if I do it with the step back, I'll go left leg, right leg, reach, and go. So, once you've learned the reaching mechanic for the Gumby, because you're not placing your first hand down, the instability is going to be there unless you can comfortably jump and lever in that axis line. What does that mean? So once you reach, you don't have a balance point other than your stabilization. You have to really have control of your back swing and your jump. Back swing, jump, and then you go. That measurement is important because after you jump and go, you're turning over, you're reaching over, not like this, not like this, you're reaching over like this. If you do it from this side, you're reaching over, down. You see where my arm is? I'm not going like this. If you go like this, you will get to that line, but you didn't do it over your shoulder, which means when you go to embrace, you're not going to be handstanding. You're going to be stabbing yourself, which means that your ball and socket joint isn't going to be as sturdy. So again, from the back, with one leg, you reach, you jump. This is a brace point. You lever yourself down. I'm going to go through it slowly just so you guys can see. As I brace my hand, brace, it levers me up. Yes, at one point you will have to push off the floor, but that's when your foot's down and you've got a stable base. And that's where having balance and your stabilization for your leg is really important, because then after that takeoff, you'll be able to do various different setups from your touchdown raise, whether it's a vanish, whether it's a pop, whether it's a swing. You could even do a versal. So, very important, when you're doing your touchdown raise, if you can, focus on your Gumby. You want to place your Gumby hand long so you can get a long reach with your touchdown rise. You don't want to cut off your momentum. If you feel like you've got to shift your hips to get to your touchdown rise, you probably didn't reach long enough. Reach long, right? Once you can get comfortable with that and you're reaching long, you reach long, place it down, and then you get your balance, your structure. You land on your leg so you can swing and kick, and you can get those beautiful swings out of it because you just placed yourself long, you've got good balance, your hip is stacked under yourself, so when you go to swing, you're going straight up, nowhere else except where you want to trail. And then if you want to do a moon kick, then obviously you arch your core into a posture position to get there, or if you're going to do a swing, you would lean and turn, yank your leg. But this is the Malmoves TD Rise tutorial. It's not as in-depth, but realistically, if you focus on learning how to do your Gumby and you practice your lines, when you get into your movement, you're not gonna have any trouble.
Yeah, it's
This is
TTT.
Malmoves.
You already know what
We're
it
outta
is.
here.
I'm so flow so concrete. Big chest, big dick, I feel so cocky.
Kicks like Bruce Lee, info for free. These quarantine and chills got my tricks on concrete. Whoa, look at her wrist, loving the drip, she all on my dick, man. Flipping, I'm doing a trick, she just loves it when I do enough flip, man.